Want to get this briefing by email? Here's the sign-up. Good evening. Here's the latest. 1. Baffled investigators hope that Mary Lou Danley, who was in the Philippines when her boyfriend, Stephen Paddock, killed 58 people and injured hundreds in Las Vegas, can help explain what drove him to become a mass murderer. F.B.I. Agents met Ms. Danley when she returned to the U.S. late Tuesday. President Trump visited Las Vegas, lauding the efforts of emergency workers and doctors. And leaked photos showed the arms cache inside the hotel room. Here's the latest. Today on our podcast The Daily, we look at how the NRA became a powerful lobbying group, and a gun store owner talks about selling military-style weapons to civilians. 2. In Puerto Rico, the official death toll from Hurricane Maria rose to 34 from 16, as piecemeal reports were added up. And federal officials tried to dial back President Trump's apparent vow to clear some of the island's $73 billion debt, made during his trip yesterday. How did the island amass a debt big enough to crush it? This in-depth article from July, The Bonds That Broke Puerto Rico, tries to explain. The late-night hosts also had a lot to say about President Trump's trip. 3. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson insisted that he had never considered resigning, despite an NBC News report to the contrary, and what aides say is his deep frustration. But he did not outright deny another element in the report, that he once referred to President Trump as a moron. He limited his response to, "I'm not going to deal with petty stuff like that." 3 days ago, Mr. Trump publicly undercut Mr. Tillerson by dismissing efforts to reach out to North Korea. 4. Just when Prime Minister Theresa May of Britain most needed to deliver a strong speech, at a Conservative Party conference dominated by talk of her fragile leadership, she had a nightmare. First Mrs. May was targeted by a prankster. Then her voice gave out. And finally, the letters spelling out a slogan began disappearing from the display behind her. Among the potential successors hunting for an opening is Boris Johnson, the country's top diplomat, who is however known for undiplomatic remarks. At the same conference, he came under fire for saying that the former ISIS stronghold of Sirte, Libya, could become the next Dubai, if the authorities could just clear the dead bodies away.